Okay, all right, guys, we're getting out of control. The last, here's the people I heard from, and they declined. Vance Bauer, but he was up in North Dakota. Paul Freeman was at our Shady Shores reunion, but I think he has health issues that make it hard for him to travel. Yeah. Larry Hornbeek and McGehee now lives local here, but his wife was having some problems, so he said he wasn't going to make it. He lives in Garland, which is on the other side of Dallas.
Larry Hornbeek is doing fine. His wife, not so much. She's suffering from Parkinson's.
Okay. And then James McKinney declined, and James Stirk. And that's everybody in our class that graduated with us. Did I miss anybody that you know of?
Good job, buddy.
Okay. High hopes and high ideas. Not everybody made it. Four of us came from South Dakota. I'm the only one left. They had to adopt me from North Dakota. The Dakota boys. Because I was the only one left.
The paperwork's still pending.
Then we had to ignore a few things when we came there. I suppose some of us read some of this stuff. I found this. It says, and this was a statement by some really smart guy in 1895. It says, heavier than air flying machines are impossible. Evidently we ignored that. Then airplanes are interesting, but of no military value. So, there was a lot of people making all these really good comments back in those days. What did we learn? Well, some things we learned. If everything is going too well, we've overlooked something. A good landing is when you can walk away from it. Great landings when they can use the airplane again.
That was a good landing,
So, well, yeah. Speaking of Jesse, I think we had this water tank out in back, and in Solo they dumped us in the water tank. Remember, it was like a cattle water tank, I think.
Yeah.
And when it got colder, it would freeze.
Jesus, it was cold.
And it was, and everybody got it.
I mean, when it was cold.
Yeah, he had to chop the ice out.
We're supposed to make you want to solo soon.
But if I remember right, if I remember right, Jesse was the first one to solo. Is that right?
Maybe so. I had experience. Dale and I were pretty proficient when we got there.
Yeah.
I think we cheated.
So, but Jesse, now you're how many years have you been practicing law?
71.
No, it's not. You need to listen to the
What did he say?
He said, how many years have you been practicing law?
Since 71.
Do you think you ever become a real lawyer and quit practicing?
I have hopes of quitting.
And I imagine some of you guys went to doctors that were practicing medicine, right? All of us should have been. Can you imagine if I came out some morning on a flight from Dallas to Houston, and I thought, well, I'll address the passengers. I'll go to my captain's voice. This is Captain Whitey Van Overshield. I'll be your practicing captain today. And your practicing first officer is Tommy Turnover. And our crew in the back, our head stew is Wanda. And mid-cabin, let's see. I forgot already. Who's in mid-cabin? Mary and Sue. Wanda, Mary, Sue, in mid-cabin. And we have today Larry and Harry, they'll be serving you in the rear. And then our practicing weatherman today says those clouds are broken down there in Houston, so, but he's working on it, he'll get them fixed. And today we'll be landing in Houston, hopefully be close to where you want to be. And then probably there's no passengers left on the flight. They jumped over. This is for us airline people. You military people, I don't know. But back to when I started, my first roommate was Carol Clayball. Now, we didn't have lady pilots, that's as close as we got, just the name. He was my roommate for a while until when he soloed, he got crosswise in the taxiway, and they had to send a tug out to pull him back in. He thought I was so embarrassed. I don't know what happened to him, but it wasn't long after that I no longer had a roommate. But they sent Wayne over. My roommate. Wayne got tired of me, so he went back to Indiana and got Patty to come back and be.
Nice choice, Wayne.
My next roommate was a fella named Bittenbiter. He was from North Dakota, and he had a good friend that was also from North Dakota. Well, do you remember back when we were in pilot training, the song "Pretty Woman" came out? Well, the walls weren't real thick, so the guy next to us from North Dakota was playing that song, I guess on one of these turntables that would continue it all day long. So all day long, Pretty Woman. Then at night, I think he had Pretty Woman in his room. So that was being a bachelor there. Chance to put up with that. But then while we were there, another sad thing really happened, and this happened shortly after, not too long after we were there, November 22nd, 1963. What happened? I was in the briefing room. Major Heintzelman came in and says the president has been shot. Now, I don't know if any of you realize this or not. That probably one incident there probably set the rest of our career and some of the things that happened to us, because things may have been different had he not been shot. Yep. But what happened after that? So that one day was really a big day. On a lighter note, I have to congratulate you guys on doing guard duty that night, because no Russians ever got on. That's right. If you remember right, that's what happened. We had to do guard duty that night. Yeah.
You had potable water the next morning, right?
Yeah. You guys did a good job. Congratulations.
Except for Lang.
What do you want me to do?
He deserved it.
I haven't talked to you all.
He did, he left his post.
Well, let's see. I got a couple things I want to mention. I was going to mention things that you guys have done that were really worthwhile, but I couldn't think of it. So, and John already did this. I wanted to mention the ladies. At least I had to go to the ladies to do that. And I think I'm going to back up what John had just said about the ladies and all the support they gave all of us over the years. Nancy wasn't with me in pilot training. She probably says, thank goodness. But we appreciate all the ladies and all the support they gave to all the gentlemen through all the years. A lot of times they were by themselves with the TDY. Appreciate that. I want to mention another individual here, and that's Ed Kirkpatrick and Tom James. And I don't know if everybody's aware of that, but look up on that sign there, look at your hats, it says Cahutia 65C. Ed and James made that patch for us. And we're still using it to this day. So let's...
Thanks, Inky.
Recognize recognize these guys for that, but that's something.
And I do want to say, nobody appreciated the ladies more than I did.
No past tense, Ed.
Trail of cheers behind you.
Ed, you're not calling easy for it.
And Wayne and Patty, you both graduated from Purdue, right?
No.
Okay, well, I got one right.
Yeah,
Patty went to college.
I did.
Wayne just went to Purdue.
And I didn't know how much effect Purdue Airline was going to have on me when Wayne was my roommate, because those of you that were on the tour with me know where the pilot seniority list came from at Southwest. The original 20 guys came from Purdue Airlines when they went bankrupt. So those of you that didn't hear that, did you hear that? I kid about Wayne because the original 20 pilots from Southwest Airlines came from Purdue Airlines that went bankrupt in 1971. I was not from Purdue, and I pretty much let everybody know I wasn't from Purdue Airlines. I was one of the 6 that they got hired. Now, most people heard that at the Southwest Airlines briefing, but there were a few that weren't there. So that's why I got to razz Wayne a little bit about this.
Had nothing to do with the airline. Wasn't there when I was there.
How many generals we got in the room here that were made general? Two.
Two.
How many of you guys can't believe that happened? Thing.
Yes.
And let's see. Southwest Delta story. I'm not sure if it happened or not, but it's funny. This is going into St. Louis, Delta's in front of Southwest, and Southwest is kind of eating them up, going faster. And Tower called and told Delta, "Can you give me balls to the wall?" Now, if you're not familiar with aviation, the old airplanes used to have little balls in the throttles, and that meant push the throttle forward and get as much speed as possible. Pause. This female answers, "I can't give you balls to the wall, but I can give you."
There it is, Whitey, we'll take it.
We'll go from there. Hey, wide open. I can give you wide open. Sorry, guys, my brain's farted. And Tom was telling me the other night, he was out flying around in Montana, and they have these fixes out there, kind of named after some of the Native Americans out there. And there's a fix out there called Crazy Woman. Well, they called him, asked him his position. Tom says, "I'm over Crazy Woman, and I'm starting down."
I
stole one of your jokes.
I told the controller, I said, it's kind of, sobering to fly over a town named after my ex-wife.
Okay, you guys are tired. One thing I'm going to add here, and let's discuss this a minute. Folsom has a bottle of cognac. So what do you want to do?
Drink it.
What do you guys want to do?
The story is that at our last reunion down at Gulf Shore, we all put in money to buy a very expensive bottle of cognac because we had heard all these other cool places like Doolittle Raiders and people. They would put it and they'd save it, and when it got down to the last 2 survivors, they would uncork it and toast their comrades. And we thought, boy, that's a great idea. So we collected all this money from everybody, gave it to Paul Freeman, and a couple years later, Paul couldn't remember getting the money. or anything else. So Richard Gooch went out and bought a bottle of cognac up at Fargo when we were up for Tommy Byers' memorial, and the other guys from Vietnam. And then for some reason, he gave it to us for safekeeping.
There's another dumb one.
I was on it.
We brought it down here, and we want you guys to decide. We can either wait till the last two guys in the nursing home emailing me with this, or we can uncork it tonight and we can toast all of our.
Uncork.
Toasted.
It's up to you, what do you want to do?
Uncork. Drink.
Let's have some glasses.
Drink.
Last two are on their own.
You get the bar back over there.
My aide, Colonel Folsom here will take care of it. Okay, Whitey?
Okay, I want to mention one additional thing. First off, you all are very good about working with me, and our original group that said they were coming, they all came, except for Oil Bill, and he had a problem where he couldn't come. We had, of course, we lost Bill, but Spangler was extra, so we ended up with the same number of people that said they were coming originally, and that really helped somebody that's planning in planning our budget. So on the budget issue, we're going to end up with,
I think so.
I'm estimating over $1,000 excess now, especially since we didn't eat lunch today. And
I ate lunch.
yeah.
That's $64.
Yeah, but I think somewhere is a little bit over $1,000, maybe $1,000 to $2,000. So we were going to go with suggestions on donating that money to probably some military function. That is a good place to donate it to. So we're going to take maybe suggestions from you on what we're going to do with it, but we're going to donate it to Fisher House anyway.
That was Gibbons.
No, he was doing animals.
Buy more
But
cognac.
I'm just kidding on that. If there's any suggestions or anything, and I know John and I discussed this and what to do with the excess money after we get done paying all the bills and everything. We still have bills to pay.
When you're finished,
Go ahead.
I made my donation in Bill's honor to Folds of Honor, and it's a Owasso, Oklahoma charity, and Major Dan Rooney from the Tulsa Air National Guard founded it and runs it, and he makes, I think his salary from this whole foundation is $80,000 a year. He's about the third highest paid guy. Even there are two other people who make more money out of it. So he's not in it for the money. He's doing it for the children and families of deceased military or disabled military personnel, and irrespective of rank. And but it's a family support operation. And I've also given to Wounded Warriors, but I don't know that much about it. Try to investigate Folds of Honor online.
What's the name of the Folds of Honor? What we're going to do now is each of you will have a chance to tell us a little bit about yourself and the years since Vance, maybe at Vance or whatever. If you got any humor story, we're all for that, anything like that. So we're going to start around the room. I'll pick that table first. And I'll volunteer from that table to get up and give us just a few words or a little bit of what you did.